this is David Shepard with the Good Shepherd Sports YouTube channel. Hope everyone is having a wonderful week so far. February 1st, 2022, a day that will live in infamy. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever lace them up, arguably the greatest player to ever lace them up in the history of the National Football League, has called it a career. An individual that there was a debate in terms of who was more responsible for Super Bowls when it comes to New England Patriots. Was it Bill Belichick? Was it Tom Brady? Here's all we need to know. Bill Belichick has now had 4 years to be a head coach of the New England Patriots without Tom Brady as his full-time starter. In those 4 years, he has 0 playoff wins. Tom Brady has gone to another franchise in 2 years, has won 5 postseason games, one obviously being a Super Bowl. A franchise the year before he got there was an under 500 franchise. In the middle of a pandemic, without a proper training camp, without really mandatory mini camp, Tom Brady took that team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that was under 500, to a Super Bowl. Had a lot of the same guys that were on that 7-9 team as well, so it's not like they totally had a rehaul. Tom Brady is going out among the 1 or 2 best quarterbacks still remaining in the NFL. And that's the difficult part about having to digest, having to hear about this decision, having to process, having to register this. That's what makes it so difficult, because there has never been a quarterback before the season that has thrown more completions than Tom Brady. Finishes this season with the 3rd most passing yards in a single season, 10th most passing touchdowns in a single season. And this guy is now walking away. It's hard to believe that a guy 44 can look this great, but it's even harder to believe a guy 44 this competitive is now electing to walk. Because Tom Brady has said for all too long, I'm playing till 45, I might play to 48, I might play to 50. And we've never seen in any professional sport, in terms of the great all-time players, Jordan, Gretzky, even in individual sports, a guy like Muhammad Ali, right? We've never seen a guy extend a career this long and still be this dominant. I understand that it wasn't necessarily a vintage Tom Brady performance what he put up against the Rams, but in a 15-minute time frame, he still did lead this team on a 24-0 run to tie the game. And if not for a Matthew Stafford, who I believe is a Hall of Fame quarterback, does 64 yards in 30 seconds and they win as time expires. That to me is just a tough way to go out if you're Tom Brady. And it's why I truly believe that he might sit out a year and he might get those juices flowing again. He might get those competitive, bugs again, because when you're that great at something and you still have that much left to give, I can't imagine that you say to yourself, you know what, I'm never going to tap back into that again. Jordan was not the same player that he used to be. He was still very good in Washington, but he wasn't quite the same player. Obviously, you talk about guys like Gretzky, his body had betrayed him. Peyton Manning, his body had betrayed him. Brett Favre, he really had nothing left in the tank. Tom Brady has about 5 years worth of elite quarterback play left in the tank. And I know it's crazy to say because the guy's 44, but it would have been crazy to say at 39 that individual would win 3 more Super Bowls and be a regular season MVP at the quarterback position at the age of 40. So don't defy any logic when it comes to Tom Brady. Do not be surprised if he comes back after sitting out a year, because what was interesting was he mentioned the fact that right now he wants to be that person for his family. He wants to make that sacrifice for them the way that they have made for him throughout his entire career. The words right now, it wasn't forever, so keep that in mind. But either way, Tom Brady did something in the NFL that we have never seen before. 7 Super Bowls, more Super Bowls than any other franchise to ever exist. I truly hope this is not the end for him, because watching him inspires me to be better at my craft. And I know for so many people that don't necessarily, follow the NFL to a hardcore degree, I know that everyone is familiar with Tom Brady. And a lot of it has to do with the work ethic that he put forth every single day of his career, and the overcoming of odds that he did. Remember, being a 6th-round draft pick, 199th overall pick, the guy was never handed a franchise from day one. He earned everything he got and then some. Not to mention the fact that any teammate that he has had in his career, you never hear them bad-mouthing him, you never hear them disparaging him, you hear nothing but adulation, praise, and reverence. And today, Mr. Brady, my hat, I'm not wearing one, but it completely goes off to you because you have changed the sport forever. You have defied the odds. You've broken the barriers. You've absolutely shattered the mold of what it means to be an athlete in your 40s and still compete at an elite level. And when you watch a sport, when you're a fan of anything, you just want someone to go out giving it their all. And you did that and then some. So congratulations, Tom Brady, on a great career. I still don't believe this is it, but if it is, there will never be another Tom Brady. You are the greatest participant that this sport has ever seen. Now, up next, what we're going to talk about is the next wave of Tom Brady's. I'll explain what that means in the very next episode, but if you liked what you saw, make sure you subscribe. And last but not least, answer this question. Have we seen the last of Tom Brady? I think the answer is no. But what say you? Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Be blessed. Thank you very much.